Hello and welcome to my podcast. My name is Katie and today we'll be discussing the latest details in an alleged murder case that I originally covered on 12th of May 2023. Eric Richins died on the 4th of March 2022. His wife, Kouri Richins, was later arrested on the 8th of May 2023. She was charged with first-degree aggravated murder and multiple counts of second-degree possession of a controlled substance with intent to distribute. In other words, she is accused of poisoning her husband. But that's not her only court case. There are currently numerous civil cases against Miss Richins. But before we get into what's new with it, I would like to remind you that there are children involved and that they have lost their father and may lose their mother if she's found guilty. These children may see the various podcasts and articles and videos about their father's death in the future, so I ask that everyone be kind and mindful. I'd also like to state that as of the 21st of July 2023, the day I am recording this, Miss Richins has not been proven guilty, so is presumed innocent. And I would also like to remind you to like and subscribe to my channel. It would really help me spread this podcast around. It has recently been revealed that the family of Eric alleges that Miss Richins' mother and brother are helping her to siphon assets from the business Kouri Richins Realty LLC, which, if it's not obvious, it's Miss Richins' realty business. We don't use the term realty in the UK, so that's a very strange word for me to try and say. We use the word estate, as in estate agent, or we would just call it a housing business. So realty I find strange to say. I apologise now. In one of the latest civil cases, Eric's family is suing Miss Richins for at least $13 million, accusing her of stealing from Eric. Previously, we've discussed that Eric's family has filed a lawsuit against Miss Richins with numerous causes of action, but this is the first time that Eric's family has made the case that they're entitled to money from Miss Richins' realty business. Until recently, Kouri Richins Realty LLC had the deed to a home in Utah, making it an asset that Eric's family could take if they win their civil lawsuit. Miss Richins' brother has recently transferred that ownership of the property to their mother. Eric's family have amended their lawsuit accordingly, calling the move a sham. They say that Miss Richins, her mother Lisa, and her brother Ronnie jointly devised a scheme to siphon assets from the realty business so as to hinder, delay and defraud them. That was a quote from Eric's family. Lisa and Ronnie say that they built the home with the help of a housing trust and a mutual self-help grant from the US Department of Agriculture. From Lisa's perspective, which is Kouri's mother, it's always been her home, not Kouri's. The property transfer was to make sure the books reflected that. Quote, "It was totally legit. I just removed Kouri's name off of my home." End quote, according to Lisa. Miss Richins is also currently suing Eric's family, stating that she believes she is entitled to her deceased husband's estate. So that's 2 lawsuits, right? But there are more. She's currently facing a civil suit for fraud. A hearing was held on the 17th of July 2023 after a couple sued Miss Richins for fraud regarding the sale of a home in 2020 that allegedly contained toxic mould. Miss Richins was a real estate agent for Kouri Richins Realty LLC, a company she started in April 2019. She was not present for the hearing on the 17th of July. According to court documents, she was sued by her clients in November 2022. They have claimed significant leaks and toxic mould was discovered in their home because of pre-existing issues, including improper installations that were not disclosed to them prior to their purchase. Inspectors visited the home and allegedly found hazardous levels of fungus in the basement bedroom, which the client's child occupied, along with other parts of the residence. They reported that a water leak in January 2021 caused flooding, mould and further damage of the residence due to improperly installed windows and a rotting roof. The plaintiffs are seeking damages for medical expenses incurred due to exposure to mould and mould spores in their home. According to the hearing, they are currently preparing to file an amended complaint, but we'll have to wait and see what those amendments are. That's the latest in the civil suits, but on the criminal side, in May 2023, the housekeeper, referred to as CL in previous police documents, confessed to a drug deal with Miss Richins. She admitted to supplying 15 to 30 fentanyl pills on 2 separate occasions, approximately a month before Eric died, and that's according to Summit County Sheriff's detectives. The housekeeper allegedly broke her probation terms by selling fentanyl to Miss Richins, but it is said that by testifying against her in the murder trial, the housekeeper may get a more forgiving probation. CL is currently required to wear a tracking device and check in daily with a probation officer. In her own trial for the drug charges, the court was very clear that there is no chance of a lighter sentence until the housekeeper testifies in the Richins case. CL provided details such as the pick-up and drop-off locations of the drugs, as well as other details which have been corroborated with forensic digital evidence. The housekeeper was employed by Miss Richins' residential real estate business. If you're anything like me, you may have got lost along the way with this one. There's a lot going on. So here is a quick breakdown. Miss Richins is currently in jail, charged with the murder of her husband, Eric Richins. She is presumed innocent unless proven guilty in her future trial. She has been denied bail. Eric's sister, on behalf of his estate, has filed a lawsuit against Miss Richins with numerous causes of action. They are currently amending this lawsuit because there used to be a house in Miss Richins' name that they could try and claim, but that house is now in Miss Richins' mother's name. So that is one lawsuit. Miss Richins is also suing Eric's family, stating that she believes she's entitled to her deceased husband's estate. So they're suing each other, basically. But keep in mind that Utah's Slayer statute prohibits killers from profiting from their crimes. So if Miss Richins is found guilty of murdering her husband, she cannot inherit anything from his estate. Miss Richins is also being sued by a couple that bought a house from her, and they're trying to claim back medical expenses due to alleged mould in the property that was there before they bought it and not declared. They are amending their lawsuit, but we're not aware what those amendments are. And then there's the case with the alleged drug-dealing housekeeper, who may be used as a state witness in the murder trial in exchange for a possible lighter sentence for her alleged drug crimes. I hope that makes sense, and that was a briefer summary. I do have a playlist on this case if you want to refresh your memory. I have found quite a few documents regarding the case. I'll share them in the description. If you'd like me to do an episode on those documents, please let me know in the comments. There's the prenup, there's the arrest warrant, there's Kouri's police interview, and there's some Kouri's emails between herself and police. That is all the latest. As I said, if you want to know what's going on, I do have a playlist. It's all in order. Go listen to that. But otherwise, thank you for listening to my podcast. I hope you found it interesting, and if you did, I would really appreciate you sharing, liking, subscribing, commenting, etc. It'd really help get this video out there. It would help with the algorithm. I'd really appreciate it. All the relevant links are below or above, depending where you're listening. That is links to the news stories that I have used, as well as the documents that I have found. And there's also a link below as to where you can find me on the interweb. I write a blog. The link will be there for that, as well as all of the social media links, including the new threads. Not entirely sure what I'm doing with that, but we'll get there. Go follow me. I'm on everything at Katie_pins. But again, all the links are below. And that's it. I will now stop rambling. I will let you get on with your day. Have a beautiful day wherever you are. And I look forward to reading your comments below. Thank you. Bye bye.